New Zealand is a very, very special place.
I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere else. It's just the best place in the world to be making films.
Some of the biggest movies that we've seen in the last 15, 20 years in the world have come from New Zealand, have come from this team. So you know you're in good hands because these guys have done it so much before.
I think with this project, the wealth of experience and knowledge that someone like Peter Jackson and his team can bring is invaluable.
Over the last 20 years, making films in New Zealand, the entirety of the filmmaking process has just blossomed. It feels so very much alive, and anything's possible. Anything's possible. We can do it.
With these types of films, creating a world that doesn't exist in our world is something completely new. It works a lot better if you just treat it with as much authenticity as you possibly can. And there is something comparable with the Tolkien movies in this regard.
On The Lord of the Rings, the landscape of New Zealand was an amazing canvas to then grow the world out. That expertise is now crossing over into being able to fully create worlds from nothing. We had to build everything on sound stages, you know, completely fabricate these other worlds that aren't actually even anything remotely close to New Zealand.
I love Wellington. It's always a pleasure to work here.
We don't have to go anywhere else for any part of the process.
This small town in New Zealand, which is picturesque and lovely, and then there just happens to be this giant movie studio with a huge industry nestled in the middle of it. It's an amazing thing.
To be able to come so far from everything else and just work here in this like haven with people that have that level of experience and have been doing this for a long time, it was amazing. It felt like a really safe place to be creative in as well.
They're all very kind, humble people. There's no sense of hierarchy in this country. Oh, it's so refreshing.
New Zealanders are just good-spirited folks. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, cozy up or anything like that. They're just nicer than most people. They really are.
They literally, I don't think they believe they can't do anything. That's a great place to be, man.
If you want to come and work with the best crews in the world that are going to be 100% behind your vision, yeah, you've got to come here.
With the New Zealand crews, I find that there's a positivity and an excitement about every day they come to work. We all want to have fun and make films.
World building is something we've had a lot of experience at doing. We've taken material, certainly in the past and now with mortal engines, that is something very cinematic. And I think our artists thrive on rising to the challenge of delivering a world that no one's ever seen before.
When I started to see the sets, I was just like, are you kidding me? The quality of work and craftsmanship that went into just the details, that to me was crazy.
This art department here is just unbelievably good. They create the most wonderful worlds.
The imagination, the colorful creativity that goes into the work, it's just something I wanted to be part of.
If you'd like to go to a place that isn't wildly overpopulated and is really laid back and beautiful, go to New Zealand. I think they've shown the world that they can make movies, you know?
New Zealand is a country that has a tradition of ingenuity. So you throw a bunch of New Zealanders into a feature film environment and it's like they're absolutely designed for it.
Certainly this team has exceeded all expectations. It's the right place to make this movie with the right team.